So here it is right here. That's the CTS trimmer. Basically is what happens is it's set for your shoulder depth, and you set the thing to where how long you want it to be. So for instance, I take this shell casing right here and I put it in my Dillon case gauge. I put it up here. This one's fine. It's not sticking out of the gauge, but I mean I want them all to be uniform. So basically all you do, turn your press on, let it run. You'll hear it cut off the excess, spit it out, and just go one by one, one by one. And you'll see the shavings coming out of it. And I'm throwing it into a can of Simple Green, water solvent mix, just to get all the shavings out of the primer pockets before I prime them. But you hear how it's basically it's taken off the edge. So when it's done, I have a little bit of, I don't know if you can see it, it looks kind of blurry. We got a little bit of shit, like the residue on my hands. Well, that stuff's still stuck on the sides of my cases on the inside of the case mouth because I had to put the Dillon lube on it to resize. You only trim after you resize, because after you trim it, that's when you get your the whole length of the neck is going to expand and get longer and shit like that. This is going to bring it all back into uniform of what this press right here is set at. So basically, everything is trimmed the same, so every time that I powder a bullet, I seat a bullet, and then I crimp the bullet, it's all going to fall into the same cannelures of that bullet. And by cannelures, I mean this right here. If you can see this, inside the bullet itself, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of blurry. There's cannelures inside this thing. And that's where you crimp into. So you see you can see the little groove indentation going around the bullet, and that's when you actually go through the crimp process. The end of the casing crimps into that little cannelure of the 5.56 round or whatever size, 55 grain, 62 grain, 72, 75. So that one was perfect. That one didn't even need to be trimmed. But I just want to do everything to the same depth, so everything actually crimps perfectly. So you can tell how quick it goes. That one didn't need it. But I mean, that one needed it. But as you can see, basically, every one of these things is going to be the same size. So I'm not going to have any issues of reseating, resetting dies, readjusting dies. I just powder them, put the pill in, and run them through, and they all come out perfect. So this is the 223 die. I think I paid, I don't know, they were like maybe 30 bucks, 35 bucks a pop, and I do 308 and 223 on it. I just hook it up to my cheap ass, $30 Harbor Freight press. And that's all she wrote. So I'm going to send this over to you. This is the best one that I've found. There's another one called the WFT World's Finest Trimmer. And this one does them a lot smoother, and the WFT trimmer is like 70 bucks a piece. So each one of these costs me like maybe 30 or 35 shipped, and they do a 10-time better job. They've had so many reviews on this one. This is the CTS trimmer. You can get them directly from the guy, or you can buy them on eBay, and he shoots them over to you like 30, 35 bucks shipped. So I'll shoot this over to you right now. Have a look. Bye-bye.